Um, we hit start recording, so I guess we'll hop to it, good sir. Hop to my loo.
Good Lord. There will be none of that, whatever the fuck that was. Nobody puts baby in a corner. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 10. And I mean, it's not like we're recording this in advance, so we're not actually being able to see the fruits of our labor until I actually upload the video how many weeks down the line. But we made it to episode 10.
Let's go give it to you, number 10.
How many podcasts have you said X gonna give it to you in? I think this is number 3 or 4. And you have said something about X gonna give it to you.
Well, you see, X is the Roman numeral for 10.
No, I get it.
So that's why it popped in my head.
But for some reason, X gonna just popped in your head for fucking at least 3, if not 4 podcasts now.
What? When you hear the letter X, you don't think X gonna give it to you?
No, I don't.
You were asking me about possible movie quotes for X, and I was like, was that song ever used in a movie?
Soundtracks don't count.
Well, it's gonna be difficult.
Every
about
time,
X-Men or something.
Every time you hear X, you think about X gonna give it to you?
Not every, but a lot. When I go, what can I say? What phrase can I say that it starts with X? X gonna give it to you. Now, word, you go X-ray, xylophone, whatever. But phrase is like X. What am I supposed to say? Like X is the loneliest or some shit that doesn't even make sense. So yeah, like X gonna give it to you.
Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 10. We've done 10 episodes of this already. Of 10 and counting of WWW, whatever we want. I am your host with the most. I am the host with the most that boast the roast when you post. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway,
eating toast.
Oh, when you make a toast to the number X.
I'm gone. I'm gone. You know why?
We'll give you a 10th podcast.
I'm gone. You know why? Because I'm a ghost.
You disappeared off camera, so that was good.
And then I regretted it immediately. I'm like, oh shit, I almost pulled my microphone off my desk.
I'm Jazz, Superjaz, JT, SJ, and I'm here with my co-host, my boy.
Yeah, y'all know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It's me, the sublimely magnificent, big ugly himself, Omari. Feogrande on YouTube. Pete on this show.
I did not have a sip of water.
Here we go.
That would have been all over my computer.
Huh?
How hard did you hit yourself?
Hard enough.
You said,
it's me.
Good Lord. All right.
But yeah, y'all know who it is. How you doing?
Okay.
Etc.
Yeah. And if you don't know, with this podcast, hopefully by this time, hopefully by this time, because we're starting to just be starting, this is actually doing pretty good. So by this time, hopefully y'all have been watching since maybe episode 1 or 2-ish. Motherfucking chest still hurting.
Yeah, it is.
Episode 1 or 2-ish, and y'all still following this podcast train. But if you just now meeting you, thanks for coming on this journey, whatever this podcast train takes us and whatnot. Like I said, 10 episodes and counting, and we are having a great time talking about, as we talk about with every episode, whatever the fuck we want. You know what I thought would be fun to talk about for this episode? My good friend Pete, aka Omari. Have you ever heard of moral dilemma questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you say it like that?
I have.
Oh, okay, you say yeah, like reluctantly. No, but I thought it would be fun to go down this road a little bit, see where it takes us.
All right.
I looked up some moral dilemma questions, and let's just talk about these, right?
Mhm.
So, for those of y'all at home that don't know what moral dilemma questions are, it's almost self-explanatory, as in it's a moral dilemma of you are faced with the possibility of making two or more decisions, but the decision you make will definitely affect the outcome of, it'll have more than one outcome, so to speak, for entities involved. And you can't necessarily pinpoint which outcome is truthfully the right one and which one is truthfully the wrong one. Hence the moral dilemma of I don't know what to do. So the first one we can talk about is the Runaway Trolley, which I believe when anybody talks about moral dilemmas, the Runaway Trolley is the one that's probably the most well known. So
What, the one person versus like tons of people thing?
yeah. So a runaway trolley is heading down the tracks toward 5 workmen who will be killed if the trolley proceeds on its present course. Molly is on a footbridge over the tracks in between the approaching trolley and the 5 workmen. Next to her on the footbridge is a stranger who appears to be very large. Fat motherfucker. All right. If she does nothing, the trolley will proceed, causing the deaths of the 5 workmen. The only way to save the lives of these workmen is to push the stranger off the bridge and onto the tracks below, where his large body will stop the trolley, causing his death. Should Molly push the stranger onto the tracks in order to save the 5 workmen? So Molly can either let this trolley hit these people, careen down these tracks, kill these 5 people, or push this, and this motherfucker has to be very, very, very large to stop a goddamn trolley. But Molly Orr can push this large person off this bridge onto these tracks and therefore cause some damage, which will kill the person, save the 5 people, but stop the trolley. What do you think Molly should do?
Well, there's the whole lives of the few versus the lives of the many argument.
That's what this is obviously tackling, right?
Now, and I'm gonna try to think more about this specific situation.
Mm.
People are dying regardless. I would probably say she didn't make the train run away.
Honestly,
She didn't make the train run away. If those 5 people died, that is unfortunate. But she is actively deciding to kill this motherfucker over here.
That's what I'm saying. Until she decides to push the person, she has no input in any of this situation.
Exactly. So because of that, damn, that's gonna be a sad news story to hear about 5 people dying. Like, you going out of your way to be like, oh, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. It's different if it's like, well, then it'd be more morally right for her to jump through and save because it's self-sacrifice, But it would be different if it was something like that, like if it was her hopping in to sacrifice, the thing. But you just killing some other dude, you deciding, yeah, this nigga needs to die. He fat. That'll stop the train.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. And let's take out the variable that, oh, well, he's fat, but would that really stop the trolley? Let's say this person's girth will actually stop the trolley and take that out, right? But the thing, let's say Molly is of slimmer build. So if she was to jump on the tracks, it wouldn't matter anyway.
Well, yeah, no. Well, her jumping is not an option because then
Right.
the morally right choice is to kill yourself.
Kill yourself, right.
But that's why I'm like, that's not an option. So with that being the case, damn, I'm not pushing. I still don't think she can take it on herself to necessarily be like, yo, I'm gonna end this man's whole life.
You would actively be murdering somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did
Now,
it to save the 5 other people. No, you still murdered the dude. Like, yeah, you could have sat back. Why is that the only way to stop the fucking train? It doesn't make sense. The
that's what
train would
makes
keep
it such a dilemma.
the train would keep fucking moving. Like they don't because this train gonna be stopped by one person falling on the thing. It's not even like, oh, if he falls he'll flip the switch to make it go to the other track or some shit. No, you're knocking him to hopefully gunk up the train rails enough. Well, at the same time, this one dude who's apparently built enough to stop a train when 5 dudes won't be.
Oh no, the 5 dudes might be, but they'll die in the process of stopping it.
But still, they're saying this one dude is the equivalent of 5 dudes worth of train gunk to stop this train. But if one person is gonna stop the train, go. Bottom line is, I ain't the one running these people over. I damn sure ain't gonna be the one pushing a dude to run him over. So
it's like you said, it tackles, and feel free to play along, y'all watching, like put your comments down below of what you would do for any of the scenarios, but scenarios, because we can talk about a few of these, but episode 10, I ain't fucking around, but it is definitely the lives of the few versus the lives of the many. It's also watching death as opposed to causing death.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also a big one. And then it's the whole thing of, okay, well, I didn't kill this dude, but there was a possibility I could have prevented the death of these guys. Because like I say, until she pushes the dude, she has no input in any of this scenario until she decides to push the guy.
What are best intentions usually used for, Jazz? They're used as pavement. Pavement for a road to hell. It's a long way of saying the colloquialism that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Saying
what
that a lot of people
hell?
that's a colloquialism, pretty much saying
know,
that
but
a lot of people. Well, in other words, yeah, you can feel like you're doing the right thing by choosing to kill this one person because you possibly save everybody, but that don't make you any less evil. Much like the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
That's honestly you saying that about the fact that you would be a murderer even though you would be watching 5 people die. That's actually a good point, because now of course, like I said, there's no truly right, there's no truly wrong answer, and you could go back and forth all day about why each one has its merit. I was like, if I had to, I just don't know if I could live with myself, but I was like, I don't know if I could watch 5 people die. So I was like, should she just push the person on the tracks? Who died and made you God, though? But my initial instinct was the lives of the many, but still. So,
well,
but again,
we don't know enough about the dude. Yeah,
right. Your point is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because you still thought life was expendable. You thought somebody's life was expendable enough. You just push that dude. The dude's not even like asking, like, "Yo, can you push me? Help me get down to this track. We got to do something about this." No, you like, yeah, he should die instead.
You didn't even ask him.
Yeah, you're just pushing the dude onto the tracks and killing him, and then like, cause let me tell you something. In court, they're gonna be like, "You, yeah, cool, you saved that dude, but you still."
You're a murderer.
Yeah, you still decided somebody needed to die that day. Who decided? Who left? Who made you God?
This is at least 2nd-degree murder, at least, because you thought this shit out. Like, you might not have planned it out in advance, but you thought it out before you did it. So you didn't murder them by accident. You thought this out and did it. So that's a good point. Yeah, but I mean, then you have to live with the fact that you possibly could have prevented the deaths. How do you feel about that? You possibly could have prevented the death of 5 people, but instead just said, damn, I can't do nothing.
Better than I would if I pushed them off.
I feel you on that one.
Because, again, at the end of the day, I'm not driving the train.
and at the end of the day, you actively kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That is like I said, that is a classic archetypal moral dilemma of the trolley situation. I have first heard about it on a YouTube video. I forgot the people, but The Good Place even featured the trolley dilemma on an episode to show The Good Place with Kristen Bell and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how classic it is. It's like if you know a moral dilemma, that's the one you know. All right, now I read a little bit of this one earlier. I love to hear what you think about this one, Pete.
Oh boy.
Ooh, okay. Ken is a doctor.
All right.
One of his patients, whom he has diagnosed as HIV positive, is about to receive.
All right.
Is about to receive a blood transfusion. A blood transfusion? Inside joke. A blood transfusion prior to being released from the hospital. He has told Ken, in the confidence of their doctor-patient relationship, that after he gets his transfusion and his medicine from Ken, he intends to infect as many people as possible with HIV starting that evening. Because Ken is bound by doctor-patient confidentiality, there's no legal way to stop this man from carrying out his plan. Even if Ken warned the police, they would not be able to arrest him since his medical information is protected. It occurs to Ken that he could contaminate his medication by putting an untraceable poison in it that will kill him before he gets a chance.
Damn.
Medication that'll kill him before he gets a chance to infect others. Should Ken poison this man in order to prevent him from spreading HIV? So this motherfucker said, "Hey, doc, thanks for the medication. I know I'm gonna be all right, but by the way, just let you know, between you and us on some doctor-patient shit, so you can't tell nobody, I'm planning on spreading this shit to everybody. Starting this evening, I'm about to be promiscuous than a bitch. Fuck everybody, literally."
Nah, fuck everybody. No, man, I don't fucking know, dude. Should you kill the dude? I mean, that goes back to the train situation, but HIV is.
I could poison this man.
This dude is. This dude is unrepentingly evil.
The HIV dude. The thing when I first read this one, I was like, wait. This motherfucker just wants to spread HIV?
Oh, some of those motherfuckers, some people that get it do. Obviously, the majority don't. They try to deal with, having
the vast majority don't.
But there are people out there who are like, yeah, fuck, because they're like, oh, fuck the world, like you were saying earlier, fuck them and fuck them. So
there was one case, I forget who it was, back in the. I don't want to misquote the decade, back in the 80s, maybe 90s, the 80s, where it was just like this woman was going around fucking everybody, and then she would
welcome to the world of
in lipstick, right? Welcome to the world of AIDS, which is so fucked up. But anyway,
fucking TLC sings about it, and they're fucking waterfalls.
Yeah, doesn't recognize his own face.
Well, yeah, 3 letters took him to his final resting place, and then you see the bitch in the music video take the condom out of his hand.
Oh yeah.
So she knew what was up, and and you see her feeling guilty while he's realizing what's wrong with him on the bed. She's like, oh, "Shit, I gave it to him." So she knew what the fuck she was doing.
All he can say is, "Baby, it's good to me."
Yeah. She gives him loving his body can't handle, but all he can say is, "Baby, it's good to me."
It took me a while before I knew what they meant when they said 3 letters too, by the way. But yeah, this is a hard one because I mean, at the end of the day, you are actively killing someone.
Yeah,
But
but unlike the fat dude on the
I was saying
train,
at the
this
same time,
dude
though,
is
I'm right.
definitely the world is definitely better off without this other
I
nigga.
have to say at the same time, yeah, you might just have to kill this man. Um,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
fucked up as that is. And again, people listening, watching, feel free, play along. Uh, just like comment below. Let us know, what would you do? And there is no truly right or truly wrong answer to any of these. That's what makes them such like dilemmas morally. You feel me? But uh my thing with this is Ken can't go and tell a fellow, well, it's the doctor-patient confidentiality thing. So fuck. But I guess he can't tell anybody. Cause I'm like, he can't fucking just tell somebody, yo. Well, no, wait. I was gonna say real quick, he can, because I was thinking and I did go to therapy for a quick second. And one thing they tell you when you first, and granted, this is like medical shit, not therapy. But one thing they tell you when you do therapy is, I'm not going to talk about anything that you tell us unless you talk about harming yourself or others.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume, granted, this isn't therapy, this is medical, but I would assume this
no, I think it
motherfucker.
still goes in the same thing because that was one of the things I was gonna say until we came to the whole. Do you kill him? I thought it was do you just break your break your confidentiality thing and risk losing your job? And then I'm like, yeah, but then it's like, do you kill this motherfucker? I'm like, I guess.
I couldn't even finish it because I was like, he could put untraceable poison.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, that that was the last thing to cross my mind when you told me we were talking about this.
I read that shit.
I
I read that shit like yesterday. I was like, what the fuck?
But nah, dude does. You don't need to be spreading that shit.
If you have to choose, but I would assume I can't talk about anything unless you're gonna harm yourself or others. So I would assume he could tell somebody.
Because the guy's actually a danger to society.
Granted, it is hearsay, but they can at least investigate. What the fuck? All right. Now, granted, after that, I have not read. Well, I will read the last one that I read prior, and then after this last one I'm about to read right now, we'll both be going in blind.
All right.
So this is the last one that I've read previous. Okay.
Cool.
Heather is part of a 4-person mining expedition. There is a cave-in, and the 4 of them are trapped in the mine. A rock has crushed the legs of one of her crew members, and he will die without medical attention. She's established radio contact with the rescue team and learned it will be 36 hours before the first drill can reach the space she's trapped in. She's able to calculate that this space has just enough oxygen for 3 people to survive for 36 hours, but definitely not enough for 4 people. The only way to save the other crew members is to refuse medical aid to the injured crew member so that there will be just enough oxygen for the rest of the crew to survive. Should Heather allow the injured crew member to die in order to save the lives of the remaining crew members? Motherfuckers just dying in this shit. But yeah. So basically, the dude got his legs fucked up.
Yeah.
Got 3 able-bodied people. Only enough oxygen for 3 people, not 4. So do you let this dude die with no medical attention and just let him basically perish on his own?
How's he getting the medical attention in the next 3 days?
How's
he getting the medical attention otherwise?
Well, no, that's the thing. She's like, they would have first aid kits and whatnot. They just can't get out of the mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So do you deny him medical attention that would, let him basically stay alive and be fine, or do you just let him die so that 3 people can live? Because according to her calculations, who died made her God. But according to her calculations,
yeah, like how do you know you have that much oxygen? Like, got oxygen for 3 people, definitely not for 4.
It's like, bitch, wait, hold on, how the fuck, wait? But no, but according to Heather's calculations, and let's just say everything in these is accurate. So according to her calculations, it's enough oxygen for 3 people to live, not enough oxygen for 4 people to live. So should she go ahead and let the person die on their own and refuse him medical attention? Or Should she give him medical attention and risk somebody else dying?
I'm gonna go with give the man the medical attention.
That's so funny because I would say that she shouldn't.
It depends on, again, it's that whole maybe thing. And maybe versus the person that you're actively, like, maybe somebody else passes away from the air depravity versus this guy's definitely being murdered by me right now.
Well, he's not being murdered by you. You are actively denying him medical assistance. So, you're not murdering him, but you're definitely not helping him live. And you have the means to help him live, but you're not murdering him. Murdering him is the untraceable.
Well, yeah, but that dude needed to die. Like,
untraceable poison.
It's like baby Hitler. Some folks just need to die, but
go back in time and kill Hitler's baby.
Yeah, it's like, that wouldn't be my first priority with a time machine, but if that ever came up as a choice, then yeah. But what is it? So yeah, I think because I'm making the conscientious, like, I think if I were in that situation, I probably would still just try to help the person and hope we could all survive. But I wouldn't be mad at anybody for deciding the other way around.
Exactly, man. There's no right or wrong answer.
There's two other people in that room. So you know what? Yeah, I'll wait. If the other two people want to heal him, they can. Let the others make the decision.
So that way you don't have to have any involvement.
Mm-hmm. Apparently there's 4 of us down here.
You copping out, motherfucker.
There's 4 of us down here. No, I said I'll wait. I won't give them the aid. I'll wait. There's 4 of us down here.
I know if I was in the situation, I know the type of person Jazz is. I couldn't just let somebody die if I fucking know what's going on. So I would have to help them.
Yeah.
But watching the situation and looking at it, I would say that it's so contradictory, but I would say let the person die because they're probably gonna die anyway. So damn, you bit the dust, bruh. That sucks. And then, now we just gonna sit here and wait with your fucking lifeless body next to us and get reminded of all the things that we didn't do in helping your ass and feel like shit and have your fucking last minute cries haunt our fucking nightmares for the rest of our lives, but it is what it is. All right. Now we both going into this one blind.
All right. Hit me.
This one is titled The Life Insurance Policy.
Oh boy.
I know, right? All right. Mary is in a hospital lounge waiting to visit a sick friend. Okay. A young man sitting next to Mary explains that his father is very ill. Oh shit. The doctors believe that he has a week to live at most. He explains further that his father has a substantial life insurance policy that expires at midnight. If his father dies before midnight, this young man will receive a very large sum of money. Why does it have a time limit? He says that the money would mean a great deal to him and his family, and that no good will come from his father's living a few more days. After talking with him, Mary can tell this man is in desperate need of the money to feed his family. The man asks Mary to go to his father's room and smother his father with a pillow. Should Mary kill this man's father in order to get money for the man? No. And his family.
No.
What kind of shit is this?
No.
I think the rest of these.
It's one thing if it's, a do not resuscitate type deal. You think he's only got a week to live, but the life expectancy policy. But no, going up there and actively fucking smothering. No.
What the fuck is you doing smothering a motherfucker? No. Should Mary kill this man's father? Can you smother my dad? First of all, little boy.
Wait, the dude's asking her to do it?
Yeah, first
What
of
the
all,
fuck? No, you do it.
how can you smother your own dad? First off.
Right?
Second off, okay, y'all might need the money, and damn, that is awful. But bitch, you don't want your dad to live? What the fuck is wrong with you? Third off, why is there a time limit on the inheritance?
That's a damn good question. I have no idea, man. Well, that's solely for the question. How are you gonna have a life insurance policy that expires before you die?
What kind of shit is this? Where they say he explains further that wait, no. He says that the money would mean a great deal to him and his family, and that no good will come from his father's living a few more days. You selfish little bitch. Oh, sorry. Do you understand that, yeah, I would love to have a huge life insurance policy, but I also want my mom and dad to be alive?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shit? I think so far all of these have serious dilemmas, except this one.
Yeah, that one is like, no, I'm not killing your dad for you. What? Get the fuck out of here.
I want to actively smother your father, you little bitch. Get the fuck on.
You want that shit to happen, you do it your damn self.
What kind of shit is that? All right. Okay. Oh, no, okay. We're not doing that one. Okay. The title on that one. I can go.
Okay.
We can go back to it maybe, but okay. All right. The Unfaithful Wife. Oh, Lord.
All right.
Like these questions are bothering you.
It's just the topics. It's just like, oh, okay. Well.
All right. You are an emergency worker that has just been called to the scene of an accident. When you arrive, you see that the car belongs to your wife. Fearing the worst, you rush over only to see she is trapped in the car with another man. You knew where it was going before I said it, didn't you? You knew where it was going before I said it. He is obviously her lover with whom she's been having an affair. You knew where this shit was going. Have you heard this before? You could just tell.
It's called The Unfaithful Wife, and then you go over there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. He is obviously her lover with whom she's been having an affair. You reel back in shock, devastated by what you have just found out. As you step back, the wreck in front of you comes into focus. So you didn't see before because you rushed over. You see your wife is seriously hurt and she needs attention straight away. Even if she gets immediate attention, there's a very high chance she'll die. You look at the seat next to her and see her lover. He's bleeding heavily from a wound to the neck, and you need to stem the flow of blood immediately. If you attend your wife, your lover will bleed to death, and you may not be able to save her anyway. If you work on the lover, you could save his life, but your wife will definitely die. Who should you choose to work on? So if you attend your wife, her lover will bleed to death, and you might not be able to save your wife anyway. If you work on your lover, you can save his life, but your wife will definitely die. So your wife might die, but her lover will. But the lover has a chance, and your wife definitely won't. Can you just say fuck both of them?
Right? It's like, I know for a fact this was an affair going on.
I mean, I hate to say it.
Now, based on what I hear in pop culture, if the shoe was on the other foot and I was in there, my wife was looking at me and some other girl, then, she would be celebrated. Make even songs about, letting my ass die. So, there's the whole turnabout's fair play type deal here. But at the same time, this motherfucker just slept with my wife. I ain't trying to save his life either.
Now,
at the same time, I probably would save him because there's a damn good chance she's gonna die anyway.
That's the whole thing.
And I don't feel like rewarding you for cheating on me.
Now, now I feel you. I will say this though. I've heard from some people who are medical personnel that they say all that how I feel about you. Now, one they people who are in emergency response things, they always say when it's a loved one or a close friend or something like that you never want to get involved because it hits too close to home. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to remain level-headed and impartial, whether you're a firefighter, cop, medical personnel type shit, if it's somebody who's close to you. But I will say that people have said when you are medical personnel or emergency response, how I feel about you doesn't matter. What matters is if I have the know-how and training to save you, I need to save you.
Well, that's what I say. I would probably just save the other dude. I don't know him. I know my wife's a cheating bitch that's probably gonna die even if I do try to save her. So fuck her.
That's the thing. If we were now, obviously you can't.
I'm going with the person that has the higher chance of living.
That's what I was gonna say. You can't have this scenario without the connection because the whole wife connection makes it. But if we were to take out the whole wife lover part and just make them people, you got to save the person that looks like they have a better chance.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you add the wife
robot logic,
and if you add the wife part back into it, the fucking wife cheated on you. Now, one thing I will say would be a bit of a caveat would be how long y'all been together. If y'all were dated for 2 years and y'all newlyweds, as opposed to y'all dated for 2 years, but y'all been married for 15, you know, there's a little bit of a, like, you know, she helped you through your hard times and all that shit, but still at the same time.
Did she? Or was she busy looking for other people's hard times? Because that's what it seems like.
Yeah, right. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm not disagreeing with you because I'm saying even if you take out the whole wife part, it just makes sense to help the person.
Oh yeah, like it would be a better question if she didn't die anyway. You know what I mean? Or if there wasn't a strong chance of her dying anyway. If you were just like save your wife or save this other dude, the other one's probably gonna die if you save them. Not even if you do try to save her, you might just lose both of their lives. Now, at that point, no, I'm saving the guy that I can definitely save.
Now, let's rework it. Let's modify it. Let's say your wife will not definitely die. Let's say you can save your wife, but her lover will die. You can save her lover, but your wife will die. Now what do you do? I'm thinking my initial reaction, I might change it. My initial reaction is save the wife and then just say fuck her. What are you gonna say?
I'd probably, if it were me, I'd probably want to give her the benefit of a doubt and not assume this is a cheating situation.
Yeah.
But if it's guaranteed, it's like if I'm still unclear and I didn't just jump to the conclusion that she's in a car with this dude when she should have been with me while I'm at work or whatever, so this is clearly a cheating situation. I don't know how it's clearly a situation unless they're in a position that suggests that. Now, and if they are, then yeah, fuck you. I think my first instinct would be to save the wife because that's the wife. And
that's what I mean.
Divorce her, but I'm not a happy person. I don't know how I would act in that moment. I could just be pissed and be like, "Well, fuck you, bye."
Both of them?
Well, both, sure, but no, I would definitely not save her if I had to save one or the other. And if I was mad enough in the situation. Like, if I'm normal and panicked, my first instinct that I think would be is to save the wife.
Right.
But I could easily see it being enough of a shock and me being angry enough to, well, you got what you deserve, bitch. Save this other dude. Like, fine, be that way.
And then if you don't know the dude, y'all might become friends because it's like, well, damn, I didn't know she had a husband. Oh, word? Yeah. Want to get a drink?
Man, I ain't gonna be friends with him either. But
you know what I mean, though.
He ruined everything. She wasn't cheating with your ass, she wouldn't have died in this goddamn car crash. But so
who was driving though?
Yeah, so we wouldn't be able. Why are they in the car together? They wouldn't be in the car together for it to be a car crash. You know, maybe it's never mind.
You about to say some fucked up shit?
It's gonna go into too much detail trying to figure out stuff. I don't need to.
Okay, I don't know about this one. I don't know what the title of this scenario right here.
All right, hit me.
The Pregnant Lady and the Dynamite. What the fuck?
All right.
This sounds like the worst children's story ever. Hey, children, like a class of first graders. Today, children, we're going to read The Pregnant Lady and the Dynamite. I'm sorry, motherfucker. What'd you say?
Some kind of weird fucking birds and the bees analogies. The Pregnant Lady and the Dynamite.
Boys have dynamite, and when they explode, they go inside a woman's cave and explode and cause a cave in, and it's only enough oxygen for one to make it. Oh shit. Okay.
All right, what's this dilemma?
Okay. All right.
What the fuck?
I just read the first sentence.
Oh,
we're not gonna be able to make it through this. I just read the first sentence.
All right, hit me.
A pregnant woman leading a group of 5 people out of a cave on a coast is stuck in the mouth of a cave. Why? Why is she leading? Why?
Because you got to save the women and children first. She counts as both.
Why was a woman this pregnant
at the expedition to begin with?
Walking in a fucking cave.
That's a good question. I was just telling you why she's in the lead on the way out.
A pregnant woman. This is old
so
girl.
She gets stuck and they have to blow her up with dynamite to get out.
I didn't read ahead, but bruh, if you guess this shit, I didn't read ahead, so I don't know. But if you guess this, and that is, should they explode the pregnant woman from the bottom with dynamite like a cannon and shoot her out the cave? It could possibly injure her, but it's their only chance if they have any. The fuck? Okay, that's not the real scenario, y'all listening. Okay, all right. This is Heather from the mining expedition. No, she got out and went back in pregnant. She got pregnant from the dude whose legs got fucked up. No,
so she saved him after all.
No, she didn't save him. She was like, "Well, shit, you gonna die. Let me give you one last one." I'm stupid. Let me stop. She felt bad. So it's like, isn't they gonna use up oxygen? We'll be here in time. Okay. All right. I'm done. His legs are fucked up. Not everything. Okay. All right. Go. Okay. A pregnant woman leading a group of 5 people out of a cave on a coast is stuck in the mouth of that cave. In a short time, high tide will be upon them, and unless she is unstuck, it's not like it's going there. Unless she's unstuck, they will all be drowned, except the woman whose head is out of the cave. Fortunately, parentheses or unfortunately, someone has with him a stick of dynamite. There seems no way to get the pregnant woman loose without using the dynamite, which will inevitably kill her. But if they do not use it, everyone else will drown. What should they do? So,
like the fuse.
We're not only. So first of all, you were right with this. You guessed it. But the only thing is, in this case, they're gonna blow her out of the hole, but also kill her. But everybody else will live. Or the only person who will be alive will be her. How long she'll be stuck there is the question.
I was like, how the hell does she get out of the cave? She dies too. She's still stuck, and now she just got nothing but dead bodies beneath her. Like, god damn. I mean,
how the fuck did y'all get in the situation? Is my question.
Like,
y'all are in a cave that is on high tide. So what? Were y'all fucking like swimming? Was a pregnant woman swimming? Why is a pregnant woman on a cave like expedition? What are we doing here, man? How is she sticking out the mouth of the cave? How big was the mouth of the cave if she couldn't really get in there in the first place? Or if she could, but high tide makes a difference, but it's not there. This one got holes, but whatever.
And you know what else has holes? Her body from the explosion of the dynamite.
How you going to
as the rest of us get out of there. I'm going to light the fuse, clear the room, dynamite.
Now, I got to ask you this, though. Specifically you. Didn't want to kill.
I am not shoving dynamite up a lady.
I wasn't going to say that. But I was going to say.
Well, I didn't want to kill other people, but this is about self-preservation now.
Oh.
If I'm dying.
So basically what you're saying is, if you were one of the 5 people that the trolley could have hit, you would have said, hey, Molly, push that motherfucker.
They didn't say Molly is one of these 5 people. And
no, you would have been like, Molly, push that dude on the fucking tracks.
No, I don't think I would have yelled at him to push her onto the tracks. I probably wouldn't have noticed. I'd have been like, well, guess I'll die. But it's kind of like the this fucking dynamite thing. Don't they just risk a cave in from the dynamite, killing them all anyway?
Maybe the high tide will blow a hole wide enough that she'll die, but it also blow a hole wide enough that they can all swim out. I don't know. This one has holes in it. This one has holes.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel about killing a pregnant woman. I know if I was in the situation, I'd definitely. Now, if we're just looking at it, I maybe would say something different. But if I'm there, I can't bring myself to blow up no pregnant woman.
Yeah, like I said, I myself am not shoving no stick of dynamite up some woman's ass and blowing her up. But I'm just thinking about this ridiculous situation. I feel like those motherfuckers definitely are blowing her up.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
But it's not just
and
a woman.
I can't necessarily say
unborn child also.
Well, yeah. But it's still like I feel like they'll die anyway. Cause they're stuck. And now you got predators coming to you, sensing the dead bodies all around to eat. And they're like, well, there's this living one in the way. Nom.
Nom. Yeah. I don't know. Because the problem with that is if the pregnant woman lives and nothing like the other people don't, how is she gonna ask for rescue, get rescue? How long is she gonna be sitting there? Is there a possibility that she will end up dying herself because of starvation? She won't drown because a high tide won't get her from where she is. Okay. She gonna die from starvation. So yeah. So if I am there, I can't bring myself to do it, but I would say
3 of us die or all of us die.
Blow it up. Okay. The poisoned coffee. Oh God, I don't like how this starts. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Tom hating his wife and wanting her dead.
Well, I have a good idea what Tom's gonna do. But okay.
Whoa.
Hating his wife and wanting her dead. All right.
Oh, the first sentence in this one, because that wasn't even the whole sentence. The first sentence in this one does not fuck around. I'm going to finish the full first sentence. Tom, hating his wife and wanting her dead, puts poison in her coffee, thereby killing her. All that happened in the first sentence.
Well, I mean.
Goddamn.
Done. I mean.
All right.
We're good, dude. We got the whole moral dilemma solved. He killed her.
Jane also hates her husband and would like him dead.
Okay.
One day, her husband accidentally puts poison in his own coffee, thinking it is cream. Jane realizes this and has the antidote that could save him, but does not hand it over, and her husband dies.
That was easy.
These things are solving themselves, buddy. Like, I don't see the problem here.
Is Jane's failure to act as bad as Tom's action? Yes. What the fuck? Okay, so Tom.
She was gonna poison him anyway.
Tom actively did it, and killed him. Jane wanted to. He accidentally eats the shit. She doesn't help him. So yes. That would be like, what? Like Tom shot his wife in the face. Jane's husband was about to shoot himself, but didn't realize the gun was loaded. He thought it was empty. She didn't tell him that bullets were actually in every chamber, but watched him shoot himself. Is it bad? Yes. They're both terrible people. What the fuck? End of scenario. What kind of shit is that? Tom hating his wife and wanting her dead. What the fuck?
Poisoned his wife and killed her. Like, oh, well, that's the whole story now, isn't it?
What the fuck? Okay. All right. Last one.
Okay.
Let me make it a somewhat longer one. Yeah, okay, here's one. Nah, wait, okay, let me. We'll do this one. Okay, where is it? All right, the Bali drugs charge. Okay. You are on holiday in Bali. I wonder if an English person came up with this. Okay. You are on a holiday in Bali with your wife and 18-year-old son. That would mean I had this person when I was 12, but okay. You have been there for a week and are ready to head home. All three of you are at the airport getting ready to board your plane when an armed officer comes around with a sniffer dog. You have all your bags on a trolley, and the dog sniffs at both your wife and your bag and passes over them. However, when he gets to your son's bag, he begins to get a bit more active. Oh, shit. Fucking son, fucking everything up. You look over at your son, and he's looking nervous. You know he smoked a little marijuana in his time, but generally, he's a good kid, and you certainly didn't think he'd actually be stupid enough to bring it back on the plane with him. At first, you feel angry that he would do such a thing and start planning your responsibility lecture. But then you realize that you were in Bali and they have a zero tolerance policy on drugs, meaning your son could be jailed for life or worse, executed if he does have some illicit materials in his bag. You look at your wife and realize she has come to the same conclusion and has gone pale with fear. The armed officer accompanying the dog is beginning to look more stern with every sniff the dog takes and looks directly at you and asks you to open the bag. You do, and the officer begins to take things out of the bag. You see to your horror that there is a small quantity of marijuana stashed in your son's belongings. The officer looks at you and asks, "Whose bag is this?" You realize you have to answer, but the answer won't be easy. You see your wife in the corner of your eye, and she's about to step forward and claim it as her own. What should you do? So
pretty much, should you let yourself die, your wife die, or your son die?
Yes.
Someone's getting executed for this. And because we mentioned it earlier.
Abroad, at least, right?
Well, we mentioned it earlier. The morally right choice, as far as everyone's concerned, is always the self-sacrificial one.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and then it changes things. Like I said in the previous one with the wife lover thing, the relationships change things. Wife and son definitely change how you would react in a situation, especially if it's your 18-year-old son and you grown as fuck, you know. So if you got an 18-year-old son and you good and grown, he got his whole life ahead of him, and then of course your wife is mine. There you go. I mean, yeah, and I can almost say I can't say for certain because I don't have kids, but I can almost say for certain if I was in that situation, that's probably what I would do. I'd probably say, "Whose is this? It's mine." Especially if you see your wife is about to step in and do the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, teach him everything he needs to know about being a great person in this world, and hopefully, I will see you all and not actually be executed and just be locked up for how many years. But if I'm executed, I live to get life. I love you. Bam. There you go.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But your son is gonna feel like shit because he's gonna be thinking, "Wow, for the rest of his life, I
got
killed my dad."
Maybe that was his plan. Your 18-year-old son hates his father and wants him dead. He decided to put some drugs in his bag in Bali. Should he pretend that those belong to the dad so the dad could be executed? He already did. Oh, what are we talking about then?
Hates his wife and wants her dead.
That's
Puts poison in her coffee and she died.
that's one of my
That was the
favorite.
first
That's one
sentence.
of my favorite sentences. It's just Tim hates his wife and wants her dead, so he poisons her and kills her. That is random as fuck. Oh, okay,
I'm gonna read
cool.
that again. Tom, hating his wife and wanting her dead, puts poison in her coffee, thereby killing her. That is one sentence. Is there any more left?
No, like that's the whole story.
Anyway, all right. Well, episode 10 for that ass. did something that's a little bit of a deviation from what we have been doing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there was a little more structure to this one, as you could say,
Yeah.
compared to the other ones. Normally, the conversation leads us. We don't lead it. We don't lead it. This time, I led the conversation a little bit more with these. So yeah, but it's you still got the zaniness and the silliness and the overly opinionatedness from both of us, as you could say, and have come to know and love with this show. But yes, we will continue to keep giving you podcasts that more so than this one really have no structure and kind of go nowhere, and it's just two best friends talking about whatever they feel like. But all that being said, hope you like this episode. Put down below your comments of what you would do in these scenarios. If you got any more moral dilemmas, throw those in. We definitely will be interactive with you. Like I said previously, I definitely can speak for myself. I want the views, but I really would love some interaction with y'all. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on. That being said, if you want to see more from your boy, Superjaz, go ahead and like the page on Facebook. That is SUPERJAZ. You can go ahead, look me up, follow me on Twitter, Superjaz2. So that would be Superjaz number 2. And follow me on the Instagram, which would be Forever Superjaz, forever spelled correctly. Also, wherever you stream your music, I am a rapper, MC. Look me up on wherever you stream your music. I'm being redundant. Too Much Free Time. That is my EP. Everything spelled correctly. Keep looking out for my debut album, My Secret Identity, which will be dropping sometime this year. Pete, what's good?
Well, yeah, y'all know where y'all can find me. You can find me here, obviously. You can also find me at YouTube under feogrande. That's FEOGRANDE. I'm also on Twitch every day this year at twitch.tv/Giotavi. That's GIOTAVI. My Twitter is the same as my Twitch, Giotavi, just the one word. And yeah, I won't tell you to check out the Whatever We Want podcast because you're already doing that, and we thank you. So yeah, you can find us where we are found. Don't look for that other guy that shows up here every once in a while.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the big bro. But yo, Pete, I have a question though.
What's up?
And it might be a bit of a moral dilemma, but what are we gonna talk about next time?
Shit. Oh, I know. Whatever we want.
That question has a right answer. See y'all next time.